let's see if everything is going how it's supposed to. Pod drag moving up and down. Streamlabs moving side to side. Welcome to the Gen X Talks live stream. It's a little after 6 o'clock Los Angeles time. Yeah, do you know, no computer problems. No computer problems. We were actually getting ready and things were going. We had everything set where we're supposed to be. Things moving and shaking and jiving up and down. The light was green. The trap was clean. We're about ready to go. And the breaker tripped in the studio. First time that has ever happened. Yeah, the breaker tripped. So, of course, I blame Lion. You know, Lionheart did the wiring in here. He did most of it, supervised, but fucking trippy. You know, it's something he did. He was here last. He did something. The breaker tripped, so we had to. I mean, everything, and no lights. We start all over again, and that means the modem, the router, all of the gear, and of course with the Mac, you got to start it up, shut it down correctly, and then start it up again. It's a list, man. It's a fucking laundry list. It's like going through the shutdown sequence on Chernobyl. If you guys saw that documentary where they had that stuff and all the steps, pages and that's what it's like around here. We have to all confer with each other before we can continue. So, welcome to the show. This is the Gen X Talks platform. Common sense. That's all it is. It's just common sense in everything we look at. Everything we look at it through the lens of common sense. Generation X has been around the sun many laps. I'm 56 laps around the sun. Some of you have been around the sun more times, some less. But you look at everything through the lens of common sense, and it all becomes clear. You simplify everything to its common denominator, bring it down to its nuts and bolts level, get rid of all the media spin and all the tactics that people use when they argue and debate. Just keep it simple, stupid, and it comes out just how you want, with the truth, and that's what's important. All right, so before we get going here, we got some stuff let me do this. Let me start this off correct. Let me get back to the basics on some of this stuff right here. Then we go to the Sun Valley Fox. Look at that. Now he's got his glass raised. Do you have your glass raised? You got to raise a glass with me. Don't make me drink alone. Now, tonight my beverage of choice, I got to tell you, I've got Pendleton. I've got Michelle M's Pendleton right here, but I can't drink it tonight. No. There's conditions. There's terms of my release. I got to be careful. The probation is parole. You got to watch what you're doing, watch what you're saying. So I'm having refrigerated Hawaiian water tonight, but the Sun Valley Fox with his $1.2 million view right there, staring at the hills right around South Lake Tahoe, he's got his Bottom of the Glass Nation shot glass. Do you have yours? If you don't, good moderators will be putting up the link for you right now where you can get your own. But that's important to get that one. Let's drink together. Before we get on the bus, everybody get on the bus. We're going to start the show. We're going to get it rolling. And you know, Loud One's our bus driver. And this motherfucker hits third gear by the time he hits the end of the driveway. So if you're not on, you're not getting on. All you can do is watch it go by once a lap. And let's hear what he says. Hey, Loud One, ready to go, buddy? Don't have a fucking clue to what he just said. Anyway, so let's raise a glass right now. We'll kick this pig. Tits out. Let's get going.
Tits out.
I said tits up, not out. All right. And the voice you heard is Her Majesty the Queen. Gen X Mom, you're a queen. Look at it, as lovely as ever. And there she is. It feels like we haven't been on here in ages.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Yes.
All right. So you said you had some birthday stuff you wanted to get through. You said we were behind.
Well, yes and no.
Well, so, are we behind or are you behind?
Last Thursday, Chris Doc Banks celebrated his 45th birthday.
All right.
So we missed it because we were in Minden.
We were.
Tomorrow, we have a couple of old timers.
Yeah?
Kevin Grimes and David Black share a birthday, and it will be tomorrow. So we need to wish them a happy birthday. Loud One gave $5 tonight. Holy crap, you lot are pushy. Bus is leaving in 3 minutes. Get on the damn bus, he says.
It's already gone. That 3 minutes was 3 minutes ago, so you're 6 minutes out.
T-Bone 76 upgraded his membership to the Bottom of the Glass Nation. That's it.
That's all?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay, this is fucking annoying.
What are you doing?
I wear when I get on live stream, this sleeve creeps up. Look, this one will go up, this one won't. Every time.
Maybe you're lopsided.
I'm not lopsided. I'm telling you, my shirt creeps up on that one side, and I got to go like this.
Is your arm muscle bigger on one side than the other?
I'm not talking about that.
Because you know what that's from, right?
I'm not going to talk about that right now. And it's just, it drives me. I'm watching the screen, and this sleeve just it fucking drives me nuts. All right, so Where were we? Don't call that number on your screen.
Unbelievable.
Don't do it. God damn it. That's not what I'm talking about. All right. Were you
You're
done?
out of practice.
I am. Are you done between the sheets?
I am.
Okay. We have a new $2 whore for those of you for your dancing and listening pleasure. If you drop in $2 on YouTube, what you will see is one of your guys' faces drop into this jar right here. When it drops in the jar, it's one of you guys. It's not a new face like this person's never been the $2 whore before. It's just new. We haven't used it in a while. And it's fortuitous, but I can't tell you why. All right. So let's get back to here. We got boom. All right. So there is some stuff. We haven't heard from Marvel in a while. You don't have any Marvel movies that are coming out that are any good, DC movies that are coming out any good, but you hear rumblings. You know, there's all these little things. As I'm scrolling through the shorts and reels and I'm looking at stuff, there's one-liners coming to, there's a new superhero movie coming out. I got to tell you, we ran across a picture, and there was a big discussion about this picture. But if I had to label this picture for you guys, if I had to label this, I'm going to label this picture worst superhero ever. That's just my opinion. Now, maybe the story behind this is better than I think. But I got to tell you, just from what I'm seeing here, just from what I see, I got to tell you, this snapshot with the captions that went along, I'm just saying, Barrier Man. Bury me. If this, if this is what we've come to, if this, I don't know, it doesn't seem very woke. So maybe it is a good flick. I don't know, but he's in command. Barrier Man. That's a real thing. I didn't write that on his shirt. That's a real fucking jacket that dude's wearing. He is Barrier Man. Don't forget that. All right. I'm going to move my screen off to here just a little bit so I can see what's going on. Okay. So all moderators can put up the gold coin link. There's still more coins that have just gone out there. Loud One had 3 gold coins. He drove all the way to a state to drop off the 3 gold coins in 3 different parts of the state. Guess what? Left them all at home. Then he said, well, I'll just buy some, paint him gold, I'll stamp him for you, which he didn't do. Then he got sick on his drive to the next state, and he pulls his coat in and calls Jennick's mom. I haven't done the coins. I've been sick. No, you were perfectly healthy when you left, motherfucker. Don't. I'm looking right at you. Looking right at you. You fucking dropped the ball and you shit in the quarterback's helmet. That's what you did. Thankfully, Disney kid, Chris Yeager, he got 2 coins out. Josh Maddox has had 1 gold coin to hide on staff here for about 6 months. I think he must be just being very careful. Like, I picture Josh running around with a coin going, no, not there. I'll try again tomorrow. And then not there. I'll try again. I don't know what's going on, Jay. Still got one in his fucking pocket, or he turned it in at the bar as part of a drink order, can't get his gold coin back and doesn't know what to say, and then should just tell me the mystery is the coin is somewhere out in the world because it's in a waitress's pocket. I tipped her the quarter and we're done. You cheap bastard. So there are gold coins out there in the world. You got to go find them. You got to get the clues. Moderators will put up the link to the page. Don't go to the page now. We're doing a show. But you can go look at the clues, and if you answer the clues, there's more clues. You get to the end, then you can drive there, physically find it. Okay. Okay, this one, talking about, I'll get rid of that picture. Why is that up there? We'll get, I don't know how to, see, it's creeping up again. Look, my arm. You see that? What the fuck is going on with this thing? I'm telling you, I'm just going to do this the whole night. I'm so pissed at this shirt. I can't handle this. I got a hole in my beard, and I got a goddamn shirt that's creeping up. All right. The title of this picture is Girl with a Hole in Her Can. Girl with a hole in her can. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. It's not what you're thinking. It's not dirty. This was a real video. I didn't want to play the whole video because it's absolutely stupid. But you see the hole in the top of the can? It's pretty small. This isn't one of those flower pots, flower watering cans that has a big old opening. No. This one's got a narrow one. So this is what she's doing. Now, this picture in itself should give you pause. She's watering with a water can while she has the hose in her hand. It gets dumber. During the video, she fills the can with the hose while she's watering, and she has to spray at an angle because, remember, it's a small hole in her can. Now, normally that's a good thing. I'm all for her having a small, reasonably small hole in her can. I don't mind if she fills the hole in her can. But I'm telling you, and I know what's going through my wife's brain right now. She's looking at this picture and she says, oh, that's your ex-wife. Yeah, almost completely. Almost completely my ex. She looked like that. She acted like this is the stuff. We are missing the dark glasses and the cigarette hanging out of her mouth. That would have completed the ensemble for my ex. All right. The stuff you guys send me or the stuff we come across. Hey, don't forget we're about a month away. Live in person, Gen X Talk staff and others will be at the Red Rock Casino January 25th. Make sure you get your tickets. It's on our website, genxtalks.com, or good moderators can put it up in the comment section for you right now. Once those tickets are sold out, and we sell it every year, we're done. All three of us will be here. Gen X Mom, Briggs, Gen Z Kid, myself. The staff will be there. Trippy Pineapple, Josh Maddox, Disney Kid, Sammy Joe. Names you know. Sun Valley Fox is going to be stopping by. Dr. McDreamy. Everybody. Iceman from Bodfish. You want to get a group picture with all the famous people you've come to know and love? This is the place you do it. Don't miss out. All right. That was something in the news we talked about. So this guy gets arrested. My wife and I had a bet. When he first shot the CEO, the United Healthcare executive guy, we both had a bet. What did you say, honey? What were you leaning towards? What do you think was for why he killed him?
The CEO was going to be like a whistleblower.
Oh, that's right. You thought they killed him to snuff him out before he told on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe he told Pelosi, invest now, don't invest now, stuff like that.
Right.
And I thought this guy was at a disgruntled, hey, you didn't pay for my tonsils to get removed fast enough. I'm pissed. So here he is getting arrested, and now he's screaming. He had a manifesto when they arrested him, and he's screaming parts of it like, oh, God, America's been deceived. We're all blind.
I've got a couple things about this that I just can't wrap my head around.
Okay, go ahead.
One, who goes to a McDonald's with the weapon?
Yeah.
And his little manifesto in his hand?
He did. Yeah.
That just doesn't sound right.
Well,
I don't know. That's not sitting well with me. The other thing is it took them 5 days to find this guy.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do that for the Trump assassination person?
We killed the Trump guy.
Oh, that's right.
The other guy, they found him in the bushes. They found him same day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot my other one that I told you.
Well, so I picked, that this guy was. So now it turns out that he had back problems. He had back surgery. He was part of the
Who's saying that?
All the news is.
Oh, yeah, because they're right.
No, they found his social media pages and they found all his stuff. And he's been complaining about his back for years. He was either denied the surgery or got the surgery. It didn't work out. It's leaning towards Jefe is right.
I don't know.
El Presidente.
I'm still not buying it.
Well, of course you're not, because that means your husband's right. And God knows
that's not it.
It's a dangerous precedent if we let me be right.
You know what? I want to see his medical card. I want to see his United Health here.
My wife, just to make sure that I don't turn out to be right, she'll say, I want to see the scar on his back where he had the fucking surgery. That's my wife. If she was right, she'd just say, I told you, and off we'd go. But when I'm leaning towards being right, we got to have some goddamn irrefutable fucking proof. Goddamn it.
Because I don't trust the media anymore. This was just too... and then the picture...
Well, there's
that's
more.
On the camera, and this guy, they don't look alike.
They look the same to me. There's another thing that came up interesting. I did some digging. Luigi's the guy's name, had back pain so intense. Now, listen to me on this. Luigi had back pain so intense that he couldn't be physically intimate with anyone.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
His former landlord said. Now, hold on. Now, I know.
I talk to my landlord all the time about that.
Yeah, on who you can't fuck and who you can. Like, I'm having trouble, man. This just isn't working out. Everyone skips over that. Well, it's proof right there. The back pain, the back pain. Am I the only one who says, hold on? How does a landlord know who he's having sex with and who he's not? Now, if, like you said, you don't just run and tell your landlord, do you? It's not a casual conversation like every Saturday morning you bump into your landlord. Last night was tough. I couldn't get the job done. So if you're probably not telling the landlord, because that's not common, landlord got cameras in the apartments of that complex? I mean, is that guy eating popcorn going, this motherfucker can't have sex with anybody? Everybody he tries. Do you see this, Ethel? This is like the 6th week in a row. Every chick he brings home just can't fucking get it done. Is that how the landlord knew? I'm asking questions
Dropham's
here.
going, he definitely in the room underneath the manager.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so here's this.
Yeah.
This says he had back pain so intense that he couldn't be physically intimate.
Right.
Yet he could walk and shoot a gun.
Yeah.
He can get on an e-bike and go the way the camera was, zigzag through traffic, but that didn't bother him. And he puts a backpack on his back.
Yeah.
So he's okay. So that's really intense pain.
Well, maybe his acts of physical intimacy required a lot more. Maybe the guy was an acrobat in bed and he couldn't keep up anymore.
No,
He couldn't.
it says his back pain was so intense. Doesn't mean it was just like during intimacy. He had back pain so intense.
Well, some people just lay there during sex. You think maybe you tell me the back pain was so bad the guy couldn't just lay there and hold still? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying he was wearing a backpack. If his back pain was so intense, I don't know.
Okay. Well, we also know, you guys got to realize that as a trained broadcast professional, I like bringing you the behind the scenes story, the things that no one else shows you, which I'm sure this isn't a big story. Maybe people miss this one. Maybe everybody got the story of him yelling his manifesto. All right. We're one for one there. Maybe half the people got this story. All right. I brought it to you. But the third one, the thing you don't know that you're only going to see here, we know that he got spotted. He got ratted out in a McDonald's, right? And I found this on social media today. This was a post directly from a restaurant to Luigi. Apparently, there's a place called Culver's like McDonald's and said, hey, we wouldn't have snitched on you. Just letting you guys know, they're encouraging their customers. If you're going to shoot somebody in New York and try to get away, come to Culver's. We will not rat you out. I guarantee none of you got that story anywhere, exclusively here.
I have another one. How do you get those ab muscles? If he can't perform sexually, he can do sit-ups? Huh. Sounds kind of interesting to me there. He's got abs in that picture, got a six-pack, but yet he's in intense pain and he can't perform sex.
Well, maybe that's an old picture and he doesn't have those anymore.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to help the guy out here.
Yeah, you are.
All right. So we're moving on from that, but just so you guys know, so the cereal poll is coming to an end.
Oh, how'd that go?
Well, there's our final 4. And I'm only upset by one part of this thing for cereal. We've done 56 boxes of cereal.
Those are all good.
And I want to tell you the one that upset me the most, and I think I dicked this up a little bit. I would have replaced Fruit Loops on this list with Golden Grams. And then I would have said, there's your final 4. Let us know the order, 1 through 4, which is the best one. That's what I would have done. And I would have replaced Fruit Loops with Golden Grams, and then that personally for me, this is what you guys picked. This is what you guys had thousands and thousands of votes, and it was process of elimination. We did many, many rounds, and we got the winners. Then we went to the semifinals. Then we got these. These are the final 4. These are the winners. The process of elimination. I'm okay with how they ended up, except for Fruit Loops beating out Golden Grams. I think Golden Grams is by far a better cereal. And so if I have to do this one, my pick would be, I would go with Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, and Fruit Loops number 4. But if it was Golden Grams, I might have bumped Golden Grams to number 3.
Fruit Loops today don't hit the way they did when we grew up.
I agree. What would you pick here? What would your order be?
Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops.
One more time?
Frosted Flake.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops.
Oh, same order as me. Yeah. You know, in the poll, you can leave comments. Some guy writes in there, he's one of the first comments. He goes, yeah, Frosted Flakes are trash. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Man, the comment section lit him up. First guy goes, maybe your taste buds are trash. Maybe your mouth is full of trash. I mean, they fucking burned this guy.
I used to have, growing up, Frosted Flakes with some milk, and I put bananas in it.
Never did that. Never put fruit in any of my food
good.
Ever. I went in phases. I had a thing for grape nuts for a while. grape nuts with sugar. And
sugar. We got to hit that sugar.
Got to hit that sugar. I had a thing for grape nuts and sugar for so long. I actually can't eat them anymore because I did it for so long. I'm sick of them.
I used to put grape nuts on my yogurt.
Yep. I could do that probably now, but still. So I don't know how you guys feel about it. Good moderators will put up the community link for you right now, because even if you're watching this in a rerun, the community section will always have a poll, an ongoing poll of something. So even if good moderators have already got those links posted for you, just letting you guys know. All right. Where are we? Dum-dum. Okay. I got to play a video. I actually have 2 videos for you. I'm not sure if I left the sound on. I think I might have left the sound on. This is about a minute long. I stumbled across this, and I thought it was an exaggeration. They show an apartment building. Looks like it's in Asia somewhere, so I don't know. And the wind is blowing, typhoon is a-coming, and I thought, okay, that's pretty bad, but you've seen worse videos. But then they clip to the inside, and the title of it, some fucking idiot puts on the middle of the screen, right where you're supposed to be watching, there's people getting sucked out of their apartments. Can you see? Yeah, we can, dumbass. Put your title someplace else, dickless. Anyway, that isn't my handiwork. That's someone else's, but you need to watch this, and I'll comment as we go along, but it rips the fucking wall. A guy's inside filming his wall, and it sucks it right out of the building, and he's 30 stories up. Yeah, it's a thing. Watch this. Here we go. All right. People actually sucked out of there. Now, this is a lot of wind, and you can see a lot of the things blowing outward. I thought, holy shit, that's a fucking mess. But it wasn't that big a deal. Again, nice placing of your word, dingling. But it's coming right out. Watch that wall. The whole fucking thing. And the furniture.
What's up?
It's like just got sucked out. And look at this here, because everything's going out of the fucking house. Or apartment. It's just sucked out. I don't know what's going on and how that's doing that unless there's some open door on the other side. Look at that dude. Everything blowing out, right out over the just gone. All of his shit in his apartment is missing. I don't know. For me, that was I thought that was on something. I just thought I'd share that with you. And the captions, they're all written like in Asianese. So I don't know. Asianese. So I don't know. I don't know where it was. Up. Yeah, it's a word. And as Briggs says, all words are made up.
Well, that's true.
So at some point, someone has to make up the word. Anyway, I don't know where that was, but it was in the Orient, which I get in trouble for saying that, even though there's the Oriental Express and stuff. But anyway, so I don't want to be there. I don't know whether that was a super powerful storm or just a fucking horrible building design.
RVS says, was my ex in town?
Yeah, just sucked the soul right out of that building. All right. Let's see. We'll go back to that one. Oh, yeah. So the podcast stuff is up, and I'm getting mixed reactions to this podcast.
Oh, because I was out sick.
You were out sick, and I did it by myself, and about half the people are going, excellent podcast, because I got to talk shit about you, and you couldn't say a bunch of shit back.
You know what? As bad as I was feeling, I don't care.
Yeah, and then the other half is like, yeah, it wasn't too bad a podcast, but let us know when Gen X Mom's back. Let us know when the Queen's back. So I'm getting mixed reactions, mixed results on that one. But good moderators can hook you up to the link right now. They should be putting up the link tree to all of our podcasts. That's a rare link. Everybody's, I can link you right to the Spotify. No. Don't link them to the Spotify one. Give them the link tree podcast one. And then they can have all the choices on where to go, even the video version. Yeah. Okay. So here is a little note we got there. Fill in the solution. This is for the problem child stuff. You fell onto the playground and scratched your knee, and the child wrote, get up and deal with it. And this sparked a story, a memory. And I know you guys know that we'll recount this. I've raised 32 children. This last batch of 8, 4 boys and 4 girls. My wife and I did this last batch 8 recently, and one of them, actually 3 of them, had fetal alcohol syndrome, where they were adopted from foster care. They were a sibling group of 3, and we had them as foster parents for a long time, and then they came up for adoption. We adopted all 3 of them, and they had fetal alcohol syndrome, pretty severe. The youngest one, not as much. The middle one, a little bit. And the oldest one, terribly. And I remember she has all the physical characteristics and memory problems and cognitive problems. And I remember she became aware of it. I guess she was 8 or 9, and she realized, wait a minute, I know I've got fetal alcohol syndrome, but what does that exactly mean? And so we talked about it, and she talked to one of her teachers because she was in special classes, so she had two or three teachers. And I remember her sitting down, and it was just the moment she became aware there's something wrong with her. There's something isn't quite right that she's dealing with. And at that moment, when she became aware, and I explained it all to her, I knew this was my one moment. So follow me on this. She said, so it's harder for me to learn. Yes. It's harder for me to follow along, she said. Yes. It's more difficult. That's why I'm in these other classes. Yes. And as she drew in a breath, I stopped her. You can ask my wife this. I stopped her and said, you don't get a free pass. Because I think that's where she was going with it. I think she's like, well, I got fetal alcohol, so I can't do as much and can't do as much homework, and I won't get as good of grades on tests. And I told her, I said, you are going to do what all the other kids do. You're just going to have to work twice as hard. Sorry. I didn't give you this fetal alcohol syndrome. I didn't cause this. You didn't cause this. You just got stuck with it, and you're going to deal with it. And I expect you, because she had some special classes, but the bulk of her grades came from regular, normal school like every other kid. And she tried to say, but can't I just? No. And I held her up. I go, I'm going to tell you right now, I will fight you all the way till you're 18 years old. You better just get used to it. Yes, it's going to be harder for you to get a C, and I expect you to do it. You can ask my wife. That was a real conversation we had at the dinner table one night. And she's like, okay.
And then when she got older, remember when she's getting ready to graduate, we said the world's not going to be.
No, the world's not going to put up with your stupid excuses.
No. But even her disability, they're not going to care.
No. And what is she has come to us later since then and said, thank you guys for pushing me. Yep. Thank you guys for not letting me use that as a crutch.
Lots of tears, lots of crying. But we made it, and she graduated. She did fine.
She graduated. She did it. She had her ups and downs, and she had some situations. But she got there. She got the diploma. She did it. And she has come back and said, I don't know how you guys knew to not allow me my disability. You said, try harder, and I hated you guys for it. But I get it. So just so you guys know, I know that's a dumb thing to be hanging my argument on, but I remember that when this thing popped up, my daughter would have said, get up and deal with it. That's what sparked the memory. I know it's kind of a long walk to get there from here, but that's what I was thinking of when I saw this. Anyway, all right, where are we at? So if you guys haven't commented, make sure you go see the latest reaction video. This guy, we've commented on him twice where he comes out and says, hey, it's not your fault. If you're a millennial, if you're a Gen Z, if you got problems with housing, they're too much. It's not our fault. We can't work where we want to live. We can't live where we want to work. And the houses are too much. He's got all these charts and graphs and statistics and numbers. And I dismantled them pretty quick with common sense. I mean, just you go watch this video. Good moderators will put up the link. Every moderator is going, fuck it. Do we have this link? Do you have a link? I didn't know we were linking videos. I didn't even know. Well, you're going to have to go look because the moderators don't have. Not everyone is a trippy pineapple. Not everyone is on staff and has every link at the ready every time.
I don't think we have that link.
No, nobody does. Anyway, just so you guys know, this one we dismantled him pretty quick. It's a lot of fun, and I just poked some common sense into what he's talking about, and his ship sinks pretty quick. All right. Where was I? Dum, 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 run it coming. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, this thing popped up. I think one of you guys sent me this one. And they said, what was it like to grow up in the 80s? Now, let's analyze this picture. The kid's holding a beer in his hand. He's got a cigarette in his mouth, a Playboy in the other hand, and there's some Tombstone pizza and just cups and trash and Dominoes filling up the sink, and he's sitting on the oven. All right, sitting on the stove. Okay. I got to tell you, and people say, is this an accurate depiction of the 80s? Not around my mom. My mom would have kicked the shit out of me for any one of these things. She would have said, why are you sitting on the stove? And whoop my ass. Why do you have a beer in your hand? Whoop my ass. Why do you have a cigarette in your mouth? Whoop my ass.
And why aren't you outside?
And there's a Playboy. Whoop my ass. Get outside. Yeah, that's right. Gen X mom, get outside.
We wouldn't be inside at all.
Now, on the other hand, I had an Uncle Steve that this would have been completely normal. This would have been his apartment, no questions asked. In fact, my Uncle Steve would have taken the picture and said, I'm putting this in my photo album. Hang on. Let me get a Polaroid and pin this one to my fridge. Let me get a piece of tape and put this on my fridge. So if you send me this stuff or you think about this stuff, this is totally what it's like in the 80s.
And dude just said that kid had a babysitter that night. I wouldn't put it past that.
The kid had a babysitter that had her boyfriend over that night. And they were upstairs behind a locked door is how this kid got on there.
Probably, and it was all left out.
Yeah. So just so you know, just don't think that we ran amok. But this one,
there's Wild Turkey. There's Domino's and Tombstone.
Yeah, this goes a little further than I would have.
This looks like a frat party.
With a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old. I'm just saying, don't count on that completely. But all right, so let's see what else we got there. Video. Yeah. Speaking of my mother, this is one that joke used to play on my mother. Can you notice in this pic what's going on? Gen X mom.
It's hard to see. It
says my mother still hasn't noticed. And it's true. I've did this a couple times and she never noticed until Christmas was over and then she got mad. Said I was disrespecting Jesus.
Yoda.
Yeah. Put a little Yoda thing in there. He's little and he's looking down at baby Jesus like you're supposed to. He's being respectful.
Your mom would have beat the crap out of you.
She never found it, ever. He's being a respectful Yoda. I'm encouraging you guys to do a little something like that in the spirit of Christmas and Star Wars. I think we can pull that off. Don't you agree? Good. Glad you're coming along with me on that one. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I'm not trying to pick on Florida.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. Just one. This one came through as a news article. Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. A Florida cop. Investigation reveals it was just seasoning.
Oh, my God.
Like, he got upset, shut the restaurant down. The news organization showed up. They called out the team to investigate. The chemical team, they're like, the forensics, we got it. What's on this fucking hamburger? Turns out it was seasoning. Florida. I'm not sure what this guy was on, but his medication needed to be adjusted. He's a cop, and he shut down a Burger King because he thought they put dirt on his hand. For what reason? Unless that guy just got pulled over that morning by that same cop. Yeah, I'd question that a little bit, too. I'm just telling you, the strange things that go on down there. Oh, just so you guys know, if anybody of you guys are members inside of Discord, we're leaving our studio camera on right now. If the studio camera was on, you could see Gen X Mom sitting there and me sitting here and the kid sitting at the other end. The studio camera is free for the month of December. Good moderators will link you directly to the camera right now, even though I don't think it's on. But you can save the link. But it's in Discord. Good moderators would link you to it right now. All right, we'll get back to that later. Where are we?
We're not good. We need Trippy.
No, you need Trippy. You guys are a sad sack right now. So do you guys remember this? I'm going to raise my hand. My grandmother and my mother had Christmas cards from as way back as I can remember. My mom would put them on a door in the shape of a Christmas tree. Every time a relative or a friend
my mom did that.
Would send a Christmas card, Merry Christmas, how's your family? My mother would send out a stack of these every year. In fact, you did when we were first married. You used to do that.
I did.
And
until I got sick.
Until you got sick.
Then it went.
And then I don't know if anybody does this anymore, if they send out Christmas cards.
I get a few. Oh.
Yeah, you do.
Gen X Talks has gotten a few.
Yeah. And I don't know how many of you, maybe raise a hand wherever platform you're on, if you remember this. Maybe some of you, raise 2 hands if you still do it. Great if you do. I really wish we would get back in the habit of doing that, like sending them out early so people could respond and kind of getting that going again. But we got one too. So, the thing was, I remember is not only the amount, I mean, just so many Christmas cards. She made them in the shape of a Christmas tree. That got filled, and she started putting them on different walls in the house. My family had a lot of people. So the other thing I remember about this is that you had to choose your Christmas card very carefully. My mom had a whole family of people would sit on horses, and they would get their picture taken on horses. And then one of them, they all had matching sweatshirts. So the family did. There was always something clever. If it was just single people, maybe it was some woman and her dog, or some guy in his car that his girlfriend put the pictures together. But the Christmas cards usually meant something. You tried to get something that conveyed Christmas or your family. So we got one. And this is a printed card. So this card was from Chris Sevick. So this is his Christmas card for the year, and he printed up 50 or 80 of them, sent them to everybody he knew. This wasn't just a one-off for us, but this is the Christmas card Chris sent to all of his friends and family. We got one too. Thank you very much. Wait a sec. Look at his card closely. What's on his card? It's his wife. It's both of them, and the other picture on his Christmas card is where he found a gold coin, one of the Gen X Talks gold coins. Can you see that? That's what Chris chose to put. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Here's my wife. Here's me and my wife. And the third most important picture. Was it his dog? No. Was it his house? Nope. His cat? Mm-mm. His children? Not a chance. What was it? Gen X Talks. From Chris and his wife to the rest of you, I say this: you're welcome, America and Denmark. That's dedication. When you have 3 slots to fill and one of them is Gen X Talks, he's a goddamn hero in my book. I'm just saying.
May I read some sheets real quick?
Read some sheets, honey. Go ahead.
They are filling up here. Jeremy Underhill, $2. I completed my 44th year yesterday, he said. Happy birthday to Jeremy. Insurmountable Cali Cat, $2. Let's take a peek at the $2 ho, ho, ho.
There's a new $2 ho, ho, ho in the jar.
We had quite a few people gift memberships tonight. We had Star Roberts that gifted. We had, where is it? We got, where's the other ones? There was quite a few.
Was you going to list
Scott Royston did. Star Roberts did. I thanked everybody. I'm so sorry. I can't remember.
You got Royston. Like one job.
I'm not posting.
Oh my God. Let me see. Let me back up here.
I'm not posting. Russell Covey, go Broncos. 200 stars sent on Facebook personal. Two Bear, member for 33 months.
I wonder who's going to be the first one. For those of you on YouTube, people that have a big red 1 next to their name, they've been a paying member supporting us for a year. If they have their big blue 2, they've been supporting Gen X Talks for 2 years.
You cut me off.
Who's going to be? I'm.
That's what Two Bear's asking. Who's getting close to 3 years
to get their big green 3? Who's going to be the first one? 36 months. That'll be something.
So we had a couple comments about the CEO, United Healthcare. Yeah. Johnny on Facebook says, "Will it make CEOs more careful before making decisions that negatively affect their employees?"
Yeah, and guess what? You know, one of the articles was that guess a bunch of CEOs were exchanging emails about this incident, different companies. You know what some of them said? I don't want a corner office anymore.
Okay.
They didn't want to get shot through a rifle through their big corner office looking out over the city. Like, you know what? Fucking put me in a closet. I'll take the janitor's closet. I don't want to. No more big. They're gonna pull all the blinds. Yeah. You have this big office building with all these beautiful offices. Which one is the CEO's office? The one with all the blinds pulled because he doesn't want to get shot.
That's all right. Mr. Fatty, member for 32 months, CIA cover-up. They knew who he was from his train ticket coming into the city, but not his name. What the fuck? He couldn't do her for the rent. Her Roy toy is what he said.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Eric Garcia sent 50 stars on Facebook. Mary Mastretta is a member for 33 months. A787 Fixer is a member for 31 months today. And he put up some peaches for Mrs. Ford.
Oh, thank you for Mrs. Ford's peaches. We appreciate it.
Sandy, member for 25 months. Grape nuts with sugar are good, but you have to sit and let them relax a while. Otherwise, it's like eating rocks.
Yeah, but then if you let them sit, grape nuts, the one thing is you let grape tape nuts sit too long, and it turns to a paste. I mean, you could literally take it out like glue, and you could make shapes out of it, and it'll stay there. Yeah. That's when it went too far. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Sean MacArthur on Facebook. Here's 100 stars for the happy couple. Miss ya, Mama X. General, you did a good job holding it down on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Houdini, member for 32 months, close to 3 years, but not close enough.
Getting there.
Scott Royston, $5. I technically have over 3 years. I just had to start over again last year.
You know, you missed Sandy's comment.
No, I read it.
What was it?
I don't know. But I thought I said it.
No, because I've been waiting for you to say it.
Okay, go. What was it?
Sandy said, oh, wait, you just read it just now. Never mind.
I did, didn't I?
You just did. Just now.
Unbelievable.
Well,
Michael Dawson, 1967, member for 31 months tonight. So
he's getting close.
They're all getting very, very close, yes.
All right. So where was I?
All yours.
All mine. Go back to this regularly scheduled programming. Let me figure out what it was. Track the kids. Keep tracking the kids. There was some stuff in here, but I got to find it. I can't read it. When the problem is that when we do this and we shrink the screen so she can see the monitor, everything shrinks, and I either have to put my glasses on, which I'm never doing in front of you guys, or I got to do one of these. Let's see where we're at here. Podcast stuff, guys, facts, latest reaction videos, streams coming. Yeah, some of the areas of my life. This one here. This will make sense. So, or we did that one already. Okay, never done Yoda. Trying to pick on Florida, studio camera December. Yeah, these things. Everyone sends me these. I know. I think we're probably the only family who doesn't use these anymore. But growing up, the only story, I got a story about these.
I never had one of those.
Oh, every person I knew had these on their dining room table, and they're going around ding 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 as with the candles are lit. I remember one story. This is the only candle story I have with these things. Is I remember going into one of my friends' houses, and the mother was yelling at the father, husband and wife, and they were screaming about these candles. And the wife was going, I need to go to the store and buy new candles. And the husband, the dad's going, no, you don't. There's 4 candles right there. Let him. She goes, they don't match. One was red, one was white, one was blue, another one was white. And she goes, the candles have to match. He goes, no, they don't. They're fucking candles. Light them and it'll work. She goes, it doesn't look right. I remember as a kid, I was walking and going to my friend's room. We were going to go play that hockey, that slide board hockey thing. He had one of those games. And I remember them arguing about the color of the candles that she wanted them replaced. I have no idea what was stuck in my mind, but as soon as I saw that, I remembered that story. I wouldn't care. I believe in diversity. I believe in diversity of candle color. It's not that I'm cheap. And I don't want my wife to go spend money on new candles. No. I think that all colors of all candles should be given a chance to be represented at Christmas time. So don't spend new money and just go fucking light the candles the way you got them. I'm with the dad on that one, but hey, that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. All right. Let's see, sound on the rest of me. What's this one? Yeah, okay. The only reason this is a stupid one. Damn, dude, save some women for the rest of us. The only thing I want to describe to you is you see this guy and how he's all decked out and he fits that motorcycle image of the 80s. This is the type of guy that Gen X mom used to date, only the car version. Not the motorcycle version.
Way.
The car version.
I did not date that.
So the hair was a little bit more... But imagine this guy toned down a little bit, but the car version, that's what she dated. Just to be clear.
You lie.
Until she came to her senses.
That guy just sat on that motorcycle because he's too clean.
Well, he matches. He just happened to have the matching outfit.
How convenient.
I'm just saying, what do I know? All right. Don't. Yeah, this one came through too. If this is a real picture at a urinal. I'd have a hard time taking a leak there.
You would pee on it.
I probably would. It's like, I can't stand that. That's a very judgmental picture. Because now I'm trying to take a leak and I'm thinking those two women are sizing me up. They're judging me. They're
that one looks like she's laughing.
Yeah, that's not a good. Boy, you want a way to keep your urinal clean and unused. That's the picture for you. That's what I'm just saying. What else will you? This one's not a truer statement. Look at all the kids around that tree in the 80s. They're kicking the ball, shooting arrows and little dart guns and jumping off things, and they got blocks and sticks and plans and running around and hide and go seek. And then in 2024, the same park, bunch of kids just sitting around clicking on their phones. That is a very fucking true picture, and it's sad.
It's very sad.
This goes out to all of you Gen Zers out there. And the Gen A's, Gen Alphas that are this is what you guys do, and you think this is good and healthy and normal and right, and it's not.
They said teenagers are spending 9 hours a day on a device, whether it be a computer, an iPad, a phone. Can you believe that? 9 hours. We ran all over town for 9 hours.
And here, look at this. 20 years ago, this is true because I was here. 20 years ago, the internet was an escape from the real world. You used to live out in the world, and you'd camp, and you'd ride, and you'd bike, and you'd be with your friends. You'd go to work, or you'd go to school, and you'd do all these things. At the end of the day, like, okay, I'm just going to get on my computer and escape for a little while and go look around the internet. That was kind of how that's kind of how that started.
Yeah.
The internet used to be a little bit of a break from reality, and you'd kind of get away from the world and look around online. Now, the real world, getting out and going for a hike or a walk or a drive, parking your car on the side of the road is a gasping breath of fresh air for people. Oh, I just got to get offline. I got to get away from that computer. I just need to go. I need to get out. I need to get away. I need to put my phone down and get on my computer. I just got to go do something where I can get, and that's what they do. Now people go and they sit out in places like this to get a break from the computer. And it used to be the exact other way around. When the internet first came out, when computers came out like that, you'd take a break from the world on the internet for just a little bit. And now you take a break in the real world for a little bit just to get away from your computer.
You know when our parents used to kick us out into the world?
Yeah.
And be gone the whole time. Do you ever think, what were your parents doing? Like, what was your mom doing? Sometimes dad was at work, right? Did you ever think, what's she doing in the house?
Day drinking.
I sometimes wonder, like, what are they doing?
What's this idiot doing?
Peeking.
Oh, geez.
Sticking his head in.
Hi, guys.
It was,
Hi, guys. What, I'm not allowed to say hi?
I don't know. Can you say hi?
Hi. Man, there's no good spot to, like, be
Oh.
in.
No.
Take up too
I'm
much
yawning.
frame.
That's right. I'm
The
framed
kid
in,
comes
baby.
in and I yawn.
Yeah, no, as soon as I walked in, she made eye contact with me. I'm like, okay, awesome.
Maybe you're the problem with her yawning problems in the studio. Yeah.
He yawns when I'm not here.
I don't know what's going on, but it's not good.
Over there. But yeah, I want to say hi to everybody and also hi to Elias. Hi, guys.
What did Christina say?
She says, now you can't get away from the screen, $20.
Right. That's true.
Everybody's saying, what's up, kid?
Woo!
Gen Z kid, what up?
I said hey.
So they say, hey, Briggs.
All right, so going back to what I was saying, some stuff around here, baby. You can't. I'm looking for one in there. Oh yeah, I get this, especially around Christmas time. This comes up a lot. Every Facebook page, every Instagram page, they all say, "Oh, do you remember KB Toys?" And I remember the mall and going to KB Toys and KB Toys and KB Toys. Yes, I was around KB Toys a ton. I didn't care for it. Now, you're going to call me some rich, upper class, pompous, arrogant tard.
No, you're a Toys R Us kid.
I'm a Toys R Us kid. In fact, I used to think that KB Toys was the knockoff brand.
It was the stepchild of,
It was the step. There was
of Toys
there
R Us.
was never. I used to go in there and walk around and okay. There was not. I don't remember ever going into a KB Toys when I was a kid
They were in the malls.
and saying, "Oh man, look at." There was nothing in there. Everything seemed to be a knockoff of Toys R Us. There was nothing in there that was like, this is really cool. In fact, so often this happened to me as a kid that I kind of went, I don't even want to go in there. There's just nothing there. I mean, it's like, it's okay, but can we please just go to Toys R Us?
Maybe that was the original dollar store.
I don't know. I'm just saying, everyone talks. This is going to come up all the way through Christmas. Is the memories of KB toys, and I'm sure everybody's got them. That's fine. I just never got into KB toys. It was not my thing. But there was probably, I'm going to say, there was probably more KB toys in malls.
They were.
Than there was Toys R Us's in towns. There's probably a town would have 2 KB toys, one at each mall, way before a Toys R Us would get there. Maybe that's why. But you guys got to tell me. That's your personal experience, not mine. Dum. Let's see. What is this one here? Okay. This appears all the time on Facebook feeds and stuff. And it's the memories, the childhood memories, because you rent these places out inside of a pizza place or something, and this was where they did the parties. They had 2 tables, they had a bunch of chairs, and you had 2 generically dumb pictures on the wall, or 3. AZ Cleanup had the 4-inch rubber base around the wall, and this was where all the parties would. You come in with your tablecloths and your little hats, and you set up your party, and you had 50 kids. All right. As a kid, you think this is one of the greatest rooms ever because there's cake, there's ice cream, and there's presents, and you're with your friends, you're going to have pizza, and you're going to go play games. I got it. But as I grew up and got to parenthood, I hated this room because it was hot, and it was stuffy. And there was messes, and the kids screamed and didn't care, and they knocked shit over, and you're trying to gather up the presents before they get ruined, and you're trying to keep track of all the kids that are no longer in this room. You get them in here to eat for pizza, then they're all gone out. Then you get them back in here for presents, and then they're all gone out. Then you get them back in here for cake and ice cream. It was just, for me, I don't look at this and go, the memories. Not this one. I'm sorry. This one just reminds me of a hot, sticky climate of screaming fucking rugrats. Maybe I'm old. Maybe it's just me. Perhaps I'm the only one that feels this way. Anyway, I don't have a ton of good memories on that one. All right. Since cars rolling. We told the story a long time ago. This is one that came up. This isn't mine. Do you remember me telling the story about when I was growing up, I used to just get a bunch of random cards? I'd go to the grocery store and I'd buy 30 cards. And so if it was your birthday, you may get one that says it was a St. Patrick's Day card. And I'd say, hey, happy St. Patrick's Day for your birthday. Happy, Hanukkah for your birthday. I was known in our family, I'd give out the wrong cards on the wrong days all the time. And then I saw this. Somebody else is doing it too. So I'm not sure who does that, but I think it's a good trademark. There's people that always remember me. Your great uncle, you know what he used to do? He used to give the wrong cards to everybody on purpose. That guy was a character, let me tell you. And he had a hot wife. Yeah. So I think that's important to remember, too. Did you even hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't have a comment?
No, because I lived it. I don't have a comment. I should just shake my head.
When you get caught looking at the wrong thing, you get dismissed.
You mean when you have thinking you have your black shades on while you're checking out girls, but then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with your shades on, if you turn the head a little too far, it's obvious. But I don't mind being cut loose. If it's 2024 and I'm looking at the 80s, I'm not really having a great relationship with 2024 as it is. Just want to be honest here. So if 2024 wants to cut me loose for looking back at the 80s, I'm going to go. I'm just saying, I'm not, in this particular scene, in this particular situation, I'm kind of okay with it. I don't know how many of you guys agree with that, but if I'm going to get cut loose, I'm okay. I'll go ahead and go. All right. I thought of this. Do you remember this picture? Do you remember this camera? I think everybody had a camera.
Yeah, you have it in your desk drawer upstairs.
Yeah, I think everybody, this is what bothers me about this picture. I think we all had this camera, or one very similar. Do you guys remember how important this camera was to you? It was like a member of your family. When you said, get all the kids, get all the duffel bags, get all the suitcases, get all the sleeping bags, you grab the camera like you would your keys, your wallet, your glasses, and the camera. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
This camera was like a member of the family. You kept track of this like you did your dog. And now where is it?
In a drawer.
Does anybody even know? Now, I know where mine is because my wife told me, but this, at one point in your life, this was a member of your family. And it's no longer, you don't even know where it is, do you? St. Donna does. St. Donna is going across her living room right now because she's going, I've got it. I know right where it is. She's going to come back with it because she keeps it right near her jar of marbles. I'm just saying, something that was that important to us back then, and this was huge for us, is you don't even know where it is. But you know where your kids are, don't you? Maybe not. All right. I don't know why they got him. Just dumb. I got to give props to this guy. He's driving through his neighborhood. He's going through his neighborhood, and he sees where a car ran into a brick wall. He quickly goes to Kinko's and comes back and puts that up.
I've seen that.
Just on a pallet. You gotta love the guy who did that. You ever think about that commercial though? I mean, think about what the comedians talk about with the commercial. So you're a kid, and all of a sudden Kool-Aid comes crashing through your wall and goes, "Oh yeah, all right, it's Kool-Aid."
Oh yeah, crash, bang, boom, boom. That's how the song went.
And could you imagine being the kid going, "No, don't you just fucking crash through my wall? My parents are not going to believe that it'd be cool. No, you got to fix this right now. Get the fuck out of here." And the guy comes, "Oh, yeah." No, not oh, yeah. Oh, no. Because when my dad gets home and I tell him a big picture of talking Kool-Aid came through the wall and ruined the living room wall, I'm going to get my ass kicked and no one's going to believe me. You got to leave and you got to fix the wall. No one ever thought about that during a commercial. You just thought that was the greatest thing ever. There's kids that are going to get their ass kicked for shit like that. I'm just saying.
We could never tell a story.
No.
Our parents didn't accept stories.
All right. So here's the deal.
Whoa. Let me fill in a little bit.
I clicked it back onto you, if you'd noticed.
Oh, hi.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Christine Matlock is a member for 2 months on YouTube.
You should turn your camera a little bit. You're not centered. Oh, you can't because it's on your screen. Oh, look at that. There you go. All right.
Jeffrey Elliott, E.T. and Jeffrey in 1999. My name is Elliott. No Jeffrey with a G. LOL.
What?
Jeffrey S. Elliott on Facebook.
Yeah.
E.T. and Jeffrey in 1999. My name is Elliott. No Jeffrey with a G. LOL. I don't know. 200 stars set.
Okay, well, that's a movie reference, I'm guessing, but I'm a little lost on it.
Okay.
All right.
Jeremy Underhill, $5. Lord, helmet hit, vacuum suck.
Lord,
helmet hit, vacuum suck. I don't know.
Helmet hit. I'm lost there, too. You know what? Has everyone been drinking? These tailgating before the party? Because we've only been going an hour. And they're hitting kind of heavy on this.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I got it. Now it's going to make me look like a liar.
What?
Well, we've already been going an hour.
Oh, you cannot blow that off.
I have to. I didn't start it. I just kind of talked about it. And I didn't talk. The only place I talked about it was in the staff thread and then in the thumbnail. That's it. I didn't send it out. I don't think I sent it out in Patreon as an email that I talked about. I don't think I did. What I wanted to do, and we'll save it for Thursday night because we got the new call-in feature. What I want to do is I want to have you guys call in, and I want to hear what you guys want for Christmas, and then I'm going to tell you what you're getting for Christmas. Sometimes it'll be exactly what you want. I can tell by your name, where you live, the tone of your voice, and what you want. And I'll say, why do you want that gift? You can tell me. And then I can respond, you're going to get that gift. And then I'll also be able to tell you, like the amazing Karnak, and nobody knows who that is, so please leave. If you don't know who the amazing Karnak is, you're too young to be in this live stream. Anyway, I'll be able to say, no, you're not getting that. And here's why you're getting this. And I thought it'd be fun for me to put on the Santa hat and let you guys know, as on Santa's behalf, what you're getting. I think that would be an interesting segment. So
I think we should have an auction. How much would we have to give you to wear the full Santa suit this year?
No fucking way.
What?
Because I did that 2 years ago, and there are still pictures of me wearing it. I'm not doing it. My beard is even full this year. I'd really look like Santa this time.
Come on.
No, not doing it. I mean,
what would you accept? What bribe?
I'm not going to fucking do it. I'm not going to put on the Santa. You want me to sit here in full Santa gear? No fucking way.
Yes, I still have it.
Okay, first of all, it wouldn't fit.
No, it would fit. It would definitely fit.
I might do it if there was a number that we were donating for people, helping people get to Vegas that can't get to Vegas. Because there's still some money that I'm shelling out that's tough to do. Maybe that. Maybe. I don't know what that number is yet, but maybe. We'll talk about it on Thursday, because Thursday I want to do the call-in show. And maybe during the call-in show, I'll put on the hat. And during the show, if we get to a certain number, I will exit and come back in the full suit.
All right. I still have it.
I can't believe you. Christina Dvorak, $50. Love the podcast. You did great, General. That's because she loves me. You know, she has a significant other.
Yes.
And she makes sure that she refers to him as her significant other.
Uh-huh.
That's it, because I'm sure she looks at him and goes, okay, you're just my significant other. That's my general.
Guess what Lotork said?
But
Mama X will just sit on someone else's lap, just saying. If you're not going to dress up as Santa.
You think someone would dress up as Santa and come up here just so you'd sit on their lap? Not a chance.
Danny H said, you got Nookie cookies in the mail. You have to wear the full suit.
Oh, you know what? I'm not. Speaking of the Nookie cookies from Danny H's wife, look at these cookies I got.
Nookie cookies.
These are Nookie cookies. That is a cookie having sex with another cookie. You guys see that? Those are the cookies that Danny H's wife sent. They're real sexual cookies.
She did a great job.
She did a really good job.
They're great.
And you take these in some milk. They taste really good. That's Danny H's wife, Mr. Invisihuchi himself. And
Invisihuchi.
What is her? Oh,
Sahara H.
Sahara's Sinful Sweets.
Yes.
That's her cookie thing. I don't know if you guys can order those from her. Sahara's Sinful Sweets. And I'll turn that around. And I don't know if you can see that up there. Don't. Probably won't focus on it right.
She's on Discord.
She's in Discord.
She posts her cakes in the food porn.
Yeah, the food
section.
Porn thread. Yeah, but it's if you guys want some, if you guys are allowed to have some, these are. Well, the only thing is that that make these okay is they're not anatomically correct. So I think we're safe. We're safe with those. No one's going to get too mad. All right, listen, I got to go. We'll do a short segment on Thursday that looks familiar, like the regular show, and we'll move quickly into the phone calls about Santa. We'll do it on all the platforms. We'll make sure all the moderators there. We're short a couple moderators tonight.
So they get to call in for Santa on Thursday. Well,
right.
That guy's going to be here on Thursday.
Yeah, we got a guy following us around. He's flying in from somewhere. He's going to be here doing a documentary on us all day. He wants to be here early. He wants to watch us set up for our podcast on the radio, live on the radio, and he wants to film it. He's doing some camera angles and some questions. He wants to see what it takes to produce the podcast, get it set, get it posted, get pictures. Then he wants to follow us around during our day of filming and working. Then he wants to be here for the show. For the live stream. He wants to see a full. He asked what day is a full day to follow you guys around.
He's flying from, I can't remember where, but he's flying in from
somewhere. Not close. It's not like he's flying an hour away either. He
had to take some time off of his job and come here and do that. So that's very, very
But this is his gig. He's an amateur gig who does these film exposés, these documentary things. He wants to do it on Gen X Talks. So he's going to follow us around for the day. And I'm not sure what comes of it when he's done.
I don't know. We'll find out when he gets here on Thursday. So he's supposed to be here like 9:00 in the morning. So we'll see. Right.
So he's going to follow us around the whole day. That's a day you guys need to tune into the studio cam, because you'll see what's going on with when we're doing the live broadcast, where he'll be, what he's doing during the day of everything, getting stuff done around here. And then, of course, the show that night. He'll be following us around that night. So that's Thursday.
Yes.
And then Friday, we're all supposed to be downtown. There is a radio station in the town we live in.
98.1 FM in Bakersfield.
Yeah, that want us to go downtown and sit in their studio. They want to go through some stuff about us and ask questions and be on part of their program for a while. It's kind of like going on Howard Stern, but not Howard Stern.
DJ Danny Hill.
Yeah, he's on
Instagram
and TikTok. He's got a channel, but he figured out that we're in the same town as him. He's got some following. He's got a following there, and he'd like to get us involved. So we'll do that, and that'll be fun. If you're on Discord or you're on Patreon, I have no other way to let you guys know. But as we get down there, if I find out that it's going to be live on the radio and their radio station is also on the web,
digital,
then I can just send a message out to Patreon and say, hey, we're going to be live on this radio station. Go here on the internet, look it up, and you can listen to the show live. I have no way of telling you that unless you're part of Patreon. Good moderators can be putting up the Patreon link right now, which is also how you guys got the message, because Facebook and YouTube and TikTok and Rumble and Instagram, they squash conservative channels. They don't tell you. They don't send you the notifications all the time. I can't tell you how many emails we get. I didn't know about your live stream till it was over. Well, I tell you on Patreon. I tell you on Patreon. The only place I tell you is on Patreon. God damn. So you gotta be part of Patreon. I send out an email saying, hey, we're going on. That would be a way to get a hold of you. All right. So that is the plan for Thursday. We will do the call in. I will wear the red hat. That's all I'm committing to right now. But we
gotta get you to wear the Santa suit.
Not a fan.
I don't care. I don't care. You're going to wear it.
I don't think so.
I'm going to gather everybody together, and we're going to get you.
All right. Well, anyway, so Thursday is going to be a busy day. We got a lot of content going out tomorrow. You guys see a lot of fresh content going out tomorrow. And then Thursday's a busy day. Friday's a busy day. And then Saturday is the Bottom of Glass Nation show, which you guys, I get it. You guys want more call-in trivia stuff. So I will work Saturday to get the call-in trivia thing there. We can drink. We can go a couple hours. We'll get Gen X Mom all hopped up on her meds where she doesn't leave the studio. And we'll all have a great time. Should be a great 4 or 5 days. I do want to announce something that you and I decided on.
What?
It's on the website, but you guys, I don't know if I've posted the exact times. We are doing a 12-hour show
on New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, 12 noon, and it ends at 12 midnight when the ball drops
on the West Coast.
On the West Coast. So everything is Los Angeles time, just so you go.
But we will spend New Year's Eve with everybody in the Mountain Central and East.
Oh, yeah, way ahead of time. And we're splitting up our duties. The kid will be doing some of it. I think the kid's bringing his girlfriend Addie over. You guys love Addie. They'll spend some time on here. Gen X Mom's going to do an hour and a half or so with just her, with just you guys. I'll do some time with just. We'll rotate things around, then we'll finish up strong at midnight if my old ass can stay up that late. And we'll do something like that. We'll take phone calls. We'll do some trivia. We'll play some board games. We'll spin the wheel. It's going to be a great night. But it's going to be 12 hours nonstop. Unless there's a mechanical failure, 12 hours straight through. So be looking forward to that one. That's a big one.
It's going to be crazy. Okay,
so that's something I wonder. And don't forget Vegas on the 25th of January. Get your tickets. The race car thing, the Sun Valley Fox, will now be participating in the go-kart racing.
Yep.
And he plays for blood. He's not playing for, he doesn't care about notoriety. He plays for blood. He wants to drag across that finish line and rip the trophy from the last year's winner's hand, which is David Black.
Yes.
2 years in a row, David has won that trophy. We'll see if he can hang on to it a third year. Okay. All right. So listen, I got to get out of here. I got to go, baby. It's time for me to go. Is there anything else you want to add from the sheets?
Let me see. Let me go check. See if there's anything over there.
Nope,
that is it.
All right, then say goodnight, Gracie, and we're out of here.
Good night, Gracie.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening around the planet. I'm not sure where you tuned in from tonight, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you were listening in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember two things. Well, number one, wherever you go in life, well, there you are. Just look down. It's that simple. And number two, I got to get out of here. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. And I'm out.